welcome to Easy Company Collectibles, and today we're going to be looking at Star Wars 1/6 Darth Maul. Everything is not proportioned well, even the box, Darth Maul. Yeah, that's the one. The one we've been waiting for, actually, and the one that kind of isn't really, I guess, the popular one, out of the three. So we do have the Phantom Menace Maul, we have Solo Maul, and then we have this Maul. How many malls do we have to go to keep, spending our money? So let's go ahead and say hello to Comic Concepts down below in the comment, not in the comment section, in the links down below. Sorry. I comment whatever you want to do. Comment too. I like comments. I respond to comments. But hit the link down below to visit their store and get stuff like this at a cheaper cost. And, well, same time shipping, I would say, and better shipping. You get double boxes. Double box figures there, so that's kind of cool. That's nice. So Star Wars Darth Maul of the Clone Wars series. It is a TMS. This is the Clone Wars series. Now, I did go over some things. Did they use the same sculpt? No, it's a skinnier sculpt. But we're going to go through the thing, and we're going to see how this guy does. Now, right off the bat, you can see a very much different approach on the box. Now the box is different, and that's why, some of you already know, let's pivot this guy and take this right off as gently as I can. And that is because it's a slip cover, and I'm not sure if you can really see it, but yeah, that guy, he's in there. Let me bring it closer. He is in there somewhere. Kind of hard to show. Let me get my phone light out, because what they done is they made the box into the sarcophagus, which is not the best of things to do, but as you can see, he is in there. I don't know if that's a cool factor on this thing. I don't know if this is a cool factor on the box, being that part of the design is you keep the figure in the box to have, it displayed. What they could have done, in my opinion, was offer a separate head sculpt that's able to float in there. So you'd get two head sculpts for them to utilize this box. Now this box is textured. You can see, it's kind of 3D printed, not 3D, but like it's multi-layered up here. But I think they should have done the two head sculpts. One of a screaming one, or whatever kind of face you want to do, a grinning one, more of the grinning he does in the Clone Wars. And then, you can have him displayed, just the head displayed in the box. That way you can utilize the whole thing. Now, the problem is you can't do that. You have to probably grab another head from another figure you got somewhere and put that in there. That's my idea. But if you don't have another Maul, you don't have another choice. And this box just becomes a waste of time. Hot Toys, could you have done better on that part? Yeah, I think you could have done a little bit better by thinking and doing some research and giving us a little bit more for a little bit more money. Of course, we would have paid it. But yeah, I feel they should have really done another head sculpt. So this is not already unboxed. I wanted to just do the unboxing in front of you guys because it uses the sarcophagus. Now, here we have the inside of the box. Innards of the box does have Darth Maul displayed like so, and he's in there all alone. No accessories with him, no nothing. And he's nicely packed. I like this little foam they're given with it. But let's go ahead and show you the head sculpt. Because the head sculpt is one of the main things that we have to look at here. And it seems to be that it's almost the same exact thing we've been always getting. Really, it's not that much of a difference. Is that kind of a bummer? Yeah, but then at the same time, it's the same guy. It's the same guy. What are we going to get for a new looking type thing? And this figure feels cheap, I guess, because of the Clone Wars design. But I'm not trying to hate, sorry. He is a little bit hornier than the previous ones, like the Phantom Menace one. He's a little bit hornier. That's for sure. Oh my god, this horn looks twisted, but I guess that's the way it is. But other than that, I mean, same magnetic head that we're used to getting. The little rolly eyes. that we're used to getting with Maul. I love that they give us rolly eyes. I'm going to take this little paper that protects his ball head out. And it is stuck. It is stuck, guys. We have a situation. Up there it is. So there he is without the paper. As you can see, it is just Darth Maul. Now, they should have done a more routed direction towards the Clone Wars. Now, seeing that Sideshow done that, I do believe they're going to fully take on this Clone Wars battle. Hot Toys, not for you. I know a lot of people wanted that Clone Wars-y look, but Hot Toys went the full reality look of him, and which is fine. I do prefer the real looks. But if we're going to get 3 different Mauls, you can go with a different look, Hot Toys. I fully believe you can go with a different look. But hey, that's all on you guys. That's all on Hot Toys. So it's whatever they wanted to do. Now, as I said before, Sideshow is picking up the ball on the Clone Wars look. So we'll wait and see what we get from there. Now here's all that he comes with. Obviously his base, the batteries for the lightsabers, and then his multiple hands, which I'm not going to go over. His clone armor sleeve that he used to do in his last battle. I think it was his last battle. And then the Clone Wars style. It's not really style, but the hilts from the Clone Wars, as well as gloved hands. And then you have a bit of robage going on here, like a little hood, and then a little pointy thingy to move his little balls around. You got to have little pointy things to move his balls around, guys. Now here is what all really matters in Darth Maul. If the hands and the other light up LED, whatever lightsaber they call it. Not too much of a fan of that arm lightsaber thing, which is, I don't get it. They need to stop that arm thingy with the lightsaber light up feature. Nobody uses that. But anyway, here's all the stuff that matters. You do have this hood, which it's just a hood. I mean, it's just a little wired hood that you can put on top of his head, and it looks all kind of dandy and cool. It's not the craziest effect, but it's cool that they give it to us because you have a different look. Obviously, this kind of what do you call it? Velcros onto the back of his little shirt. So that's that cool looking stuff right there. Then you have this clone armor, which he uses in the show. I think he does stuff with, I forgot what he does with it. But you do get clone armor, which is pretty cool, like a little different look for him. And then you have this lightsaber hilt, which I have to say is very, very nice. Can you pull it apart? I would not pull it apart just yet. But there it is, lightsaber hilt, which what I was going to say is very good looking for what, I mean, guys, comment down below. You guys know this is one of the best looking hilts by Hot Toys. Look at that sheen and the metallicness in it. They've really picked up their metallic game, and I like that because the metallic is one of the key points that they needed to improve, I feel, because it wasn't as shiny where it needed to be. So you do have a bit of weathering on this, which is very nice, as you can see. Like scratches in here. I'm not sure if that's either weathering or package defect, but there you have some scratches and stuff, more so on this part right here. You can kind of see. But this is a very nice looking hilt. Like I said, you can put the little blades on it and then be this long, big old jiggly wiggly thing. Very cool looking hilt. I very much like this one. This is probably the best hilt out of all the Mauls. All the Mauls! And here he is, guys. This is Darth Maul. Now, is this your Darth Maul? I don't know. I left some of the tape and stuff on because it's not my figure. This guy, I saw that coming from like a mile away. And yes, I should use a stand, but I'm not going to because I don't want to break this tape seal and all that stuff because it's, like I said, it's not mine. And I don't want to go through and damage anything or take apart anything. But anyway, look at the Maul, looks very good. I like what Hot Toys did as far as making a cartoon come to life. It's a very hard thing to do. And what Hot Toys did was really just sculpt. I don't know if they sculpted their own like look out of this guy or what. But it does look very nice. Now, like I said, the head sculpt is one of the things that's probably going to bother some people because they're thinking they're getting the same thing. But I think they're not getting the same thing. They're just getting a little skinnier sculpt of which Solo Maul was. Now, is that a problem for me? No, I don't care for it. But I think where the problem comes in is that Hot Toys should have went with a full animated look for this guy. Now Sideshow is probably going to come out and be like, hey guys, I got it. And we're like, no, Sideshow, your bodies suck. Don't do it. Hot Toys, and then Sideshow's like, oh no, I'm going to do it. And then we're like, oh crap, Hot Toys, what did you do? You lost your chance. But that ties into problems. That ties into problems where Hot Toys will have to innovate, whereas all the clones will have to be animated. Because once you do like an animated line, people are going to expect you like, oh, what's next? And then they're going to want clones, and then it's going to be a whole tie-in. Is that more money for the company? I would hope so. I mean, I would hope so, because this is a little belt part that you can Velcro off, and you can take off the whole robe system and see his body. We're going to go over that later. But like I said, it's a whole money tie-in with Hot Toys. I'm not sure if they're willing to commit fully. Sideshow is already in the game, so it's a lot easier for Sideshow, I would believe, licensing-wise. I mean, just everything, to just hop in and get on in that game. So that's probably one of the reasons why Hot Toys said, you know what, I'm not going to really jump into this big pot of green beans and potatoes. Potatoes. I don't know why I said potatoes like that. Potatoes. But I think that's why. And I feel maybe Hot Toys isn't ready for it. I just feel like Hot Toys wasn't ready for it. Now looking through, the legs are pretty bulky in design as compared to what we do see in the Clone Wars, which is more skinnier, obviously. But it does look very nice. I'm kind of pleased by the whole look of this. I was very disappointed in, like, you know, not the actual what Hot Toys did, but I was kind of disappointed in what Solo Maul looked so much better, you know, mechanical wise, versus Clone Wars Maul. And that's just purely on design. That's something you would have to take up on yourself and decide, like, hey, do I like this better or do I like that better? This is going to be leaning towards people who are big, huge fans of animated stuff, obviously anime, hentai, you know, stuff like that. That, not hentai, I'm sorry. And it just looks really cool if you're into the animated look. And I think even for me personally, I love the very robotic, realistic take on Solo Maul. Now, this is a very different approach, obviously, and I like it. You see the bit of weathering on his boots and the crazy look. I mean, it looks really animatronic and cool. Now, forgive me for these little foam tabs up top, but it looks very animatronic and cool. I do love this look a lot. I really do love it. And I really like what they did, not with the foam tabs, but with the pants. They did a very nice job with the pants and forming it into his kneecaps, or where the robotic legs meet the joints at the pants. Well, on mine, it's very well tucked in, very nicely done, and it's so neat. It makes the whole look of the figure look finished. Now, I've seen problems of this where the tailoring didn't match the actual figure, and it just looks horrible. And you can't futz with it enough to make it look good for anything. So, with that being said, very nice job on the pants. I love the way they did the pants and meet up with the rest of the body. Now you do have the back side of him, which is the part where you detach the robes and whatnot and kind of take him off and make him go naked. Now you do have this very animated looking shoulder pads. Yes, it's very, very basic looking, guys. It's very basic looking, but we're gonna have to get over that because it's Clone Wars. It's not Hot Toys on this, guys. As much as, I mean, boring to the eye it looks, it's not Hot Toys. And it doesn't look too bad once, you know, put into realistic-y looking mode, but you can bend these into like more sharper, pointy things. Yeah, like that. I like it like that because he's horny and that's pointy. This is wired, as you can tell. It's wired just like every Jedi robe is and stuff like that. So I think we're ready to go. I'm going to go into articulation, don't worry. But I think we're ready to go in and take this guy and make him naked. Let's get him naked. So let's see what it takes. I did not read the instruction manual, so this is going to be a fun one with me. So right off the bat, I know that obviously you got to take this Velcro part off. I'm going to take the head sculpt off just in case that hurt. Ow, that's really pointy. Oh, that's fancy. Look at that little robe we got right there. So, this does come off, I guess, like so. Okay, so this is attached via a clip in here. Unclip this. There's a little tiny clip under the robes. I should really read the instruction manual, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so this is attached via Velcro. So that just flops off. That flops off via Velcro. That's cool and dandy. Now we have this off. So I guess we can start taking the hands off. And then on top of that, take off the gauntlet. And then I'm going to proceed to go take off the arm on this side as well. And then the gauntlet on this side as well, which the gauntlets are very nicely done. I like the detail done in that. Very nice leather look. I'm glad they didn't use real pleather because that would have sucked. What I do like about this is the lack of pleather. And even if, you know, which is this part, does go bad, it's, I mean, it's a minor part, really, when you look at the thing you can do with them. Okay, so this, I would assume, so these also come off Velcro. Okay, so we're close to getting him naked. Good, good. And I'm assuming we just, sorry guys if this is a bit off camera, we're just taking this off. We're just pulling this off, and like so. So, there we go. There it is, Maul. Well, let's take a look at his little jacket. Look at that. Cute little jacket. Maul, he wears clothes because he's decent. Okay, so this is going to be a little doozy. Alright, so let's get on with this. Did I take something? Because this guy has... okay, that goes part of the gauntlet. Okay, that's there. Watch out for those little sleeve things. So this is going to be a little doozy. Okay. Alright, so I just took off all the plastic because that was a little bit futzy. But look at this. This is a very unique looking figure. I kind of like it. I like... This is a soft, rubbery type vinyl on his upper chest, you know, and then this is hard plastic, hard plastic, hard plastic. Obviously this whole centerpiece area is hard, soft plastic, more like a PVC vinyl-y type stuff. Very cool looking. Once you have everything off, now I know you're supposed to put the belt back on him, but for a little display sake, I'm not. And as you can see, the gloves are still on him. Because, well, I'm not going to take the hands out of the box. And, I mean, that's what you get. So, it looks really good. Now, a lot of people are saying he has too big of a neck. Too long of a neck. Too wide of a body. Too short of this. Too long of a car. Sorry. But, I don't know. I just, I feel it's right. I feel it's right, weirdly enough. I think what throws it off may be his belt. Now, the one thing I'm seeing right off the bat here is that his paint for the red versus the paint for his body, it's very different. It's very different. The color, as you can see, the contrast between the head and the body doesn't really match. But I'm going to blame that because, you know what I'm going to blame it on? His exposure to sun on Tatooine. He's got burnt so many times that he's so dark. He's like a dark red, and then he's like a candy red over here. But let's take a look at that body's detail. As you can see, it's kind of like that hair chest sculpt. Kind of weird that they use that, where I don't feel like he would have hair on his chest. I mean, this guy stays waxed all the time, bro. He's like, yeah. So that's what I would think on that. It's kind of weird that they use that. But other than that, I think it's pretty good looking. I don't know. I think it's pretty good looking. I think everything's proportionate. Look at the back. Look at that. That looks really cool. So as for this Maul, I'd probably be on the side of displaying him without a shirt. Because that's... Okay, let's go over articulation. This guy, he moves, before we put the belt on, he moves very smoothly, almost too smoothly. It sucks that he's not ratcheted. He is ratcheted at the arms, as you can see, but he's not double jointed. So for such a dynamic figure, he's not double jointed, which is very weird. It's not too weird because obviously they want to hide as much as they can for joints, which they're doing very nicely here. But you don't have that maneuverability and dynamicness of Darth Maul. So that's a little bit of an issue. Oh, boy, this is tight. Oh, my God, this is tight. I'm afraid to go even higher than that. Wow, that's super tight. I'm not going to try, but that's very tight. Okay, that's pretty tight. What is this? Oh, you saw that? Anyway. But neck you'd have to probably move with... Oh my God, nothing moves on this figure. And there's nothing, like, hindering him. That's pretty sucky. Ow, ow, okay. So, the only thing that moves really good is his torso. His abdomen area. Obviously, he does a little twist very nicely. That goes up, I mean, as much as you can. Goes down and back and forth. So this is ratcheted, as you can hear. Very nice. This thing is very stiff. Wow, that's so stiff. Oh, yeah, baby. So that's kind of cool. Everything is really stiff. So longevity-wise, pretty cool. Cool story from you, Darth Maul. The only problem I see with this guy is his upper body does not want to move at all. It doesn't really want to move at all. So let's go ahead, slap the, what do you call, the belt thingy on him and go from there. Because we're going to see what this guy looks like with his little belt. So here's a little belt thingy. Go on here. Get you back on. Get you closed. Get you covered up. Alright, come on. And there. Get it. Okay, so is it upside down? I hope not. Okay, there. Alright, so Darth Maul looking kind of cracky like. I'm sorry, Darth Maul. He looks okay. He looks alright. Right, guys? I don't know. It's just his realistic form is weird. It looks like a guy who does a ton of chest. Like he has an ectomorph body. I don't know. I feel like he... Oh, don't stop shifting on me, Maul. I just feel like he's a bit skinny, which, you know, is Darth Maul at the time of Clone Wars. I don't think he's too disproportionate. I don't think he is out of scale at all. I feel he's pretty good. The only thing I'm lacking on this guy, obviously, as you can see right down here, he has a ton of like clothing parts and stuff that comes off, and he's pretty dynamic in the ways you want to, you know, pose him and whatnot. But he's very different from your average Maul. I think we're expecting too much out of him. I almost think we're expecting too much out of him. It's funny though, on this base you can see little lines of weathering, I guess you would call. It's like red throughout the lines. It's like you can see red, Darth Maul. But yeah, I'm gonna stay with saying that this Darth Maul, with all that he's been given, you know, his lightsaber and this clone armor and a hood, is he gonna be worth like the buy if you already have multiple Darth Mauls? Is he something like worth it like that? I don't know. I think that he's worth a pickup if you don't have any Mauls, because they're all like sold out and gone now. He's worth a pickup to grab. I should use base stands. You know, I should. But I'm not. Because why journey down a road that you know what's down it, you know? Like, why would you go down a road not full of surprises? Who does that? Nobody does. So, I love the back. I love the back. But like I said, I wouldn't go for this guy if you have malls. If you have a local mall nearby with a GameStop, I wouldn't go for this guy. Reason being is that I'm so completely satisfied with my solo mall that I sold my Phantom Menace mall. The solo mall is so freaking good. It is just absolutely from box to figure. It's so freaking good that it does it for me. And I'm not saying this is a bad figure compared to those, but compared to those, it's not the best. You do see like the paint. It's just little nitpicks, paint variations. The articulation is so weird. But other than that, it comes with enough. The box is a full 110% gimmick. I can't give that enough. The box is just a gimmick. I just don't. But the art features on this, if you're a big fan of Clone Wars, is a high detail. I mean, look at these little designs here. I don't like that. Look at that. That doesn't even line up at the back. The seam line doesn't even line up over here. That's the stuff I don't like with Hot Toys. Like, you should know by now. You're not a toy company. You're a high-end collectible company, right? Well, the way they're reissuing figures and redoing and repainting, as you can see, it's making them seem like they're a toy company. But in all, with Darth Maul, I give you, sir. What do I give you? What do I want to give you? I want to help you out here. Because I know on a figure on its own, it's a good figure. But a lot of people, the problem is they're comparing it too much. They're comparing it to the other Darth Mauls, which is devaluing this guy so much. I give him an 8.5 out of 10. And I don't think it's disproportionate. I don't think anything is wrong with the body. I don't think the neck is too long. Now, if you do this, can you see a neck being long? Yes, because you're outstretching right there. Now, you pose accordingly and stuff. This figure looks really good. I love the way this figure looks. I'm glad they didn't go with seamless arms and a seamless body, because that just doesn't last. I'd rather have this longevity. And to be honest, this, from afar, you can't tell that this thing has seams going throughout. I do prefer this. I do prefer that they didn't go double jointed. So there's a lot of stuff. I agree with what they did, and you can see why they did this, Hot Toys. Why did they go this route with this Darth Maul? I can see that. 8.5 out of 10. That's my verdict. Comment down below, what do you give it? What do you think it deserves? Do you think this is disproportionate? Do you think it needs updating? Do you think it needs different things going on? The only things I really are hitting him at is the articulation, which it was awkward. For some reason, I couldn't lift this. I couldn't bend his neck. That's key points to me, because bending the neck and directional of the positioning and whatnot. Articulation has a slight flaw. The paint matching to the body from the head is a slight flaw. Like I said, he's been spending a lot of time on Tatooine. He needs help. He was out hunting a little boy. That's kind of creepy, Darth Maul. Jedis. Well, tried to kill a little boy. Let me get that straight. He tried to run him over. If Anakin didn't duck in the Phantom Menace, like Qui-Gon said to drop, he would have plowed through a little boy, not knowing who that is. He just would have smack dab in the middle of the desert, murdered a little boy for no apparent reason, because of his own benefits of beadlining towards Qui-Gon. That being said, that's Darth Maul. Oh, another thing, the box. The box, 110% gimmick. Should have given us a DX box. I don't really care. Screw that box. I don't really care for that box once the figure's out of the box. I mean, what are you going to do? Who displays their boxes? Dumb question. I know people that displays boxes. Sorry. On to the next point. We're going to see you later here on Easy Company Collectibles. And until next time, Darth Maul. That was a bit violent. I'm sorry, I'll give you back your head. You've been taken away from your bottom half of your body. I'm not going to give you head. Head, take head. Sorry. Oh my God. Goodbye, guys. See you later. Until the next one. Kenobi! I'm not going to try that. I'll better stop.